My name is Jonathan Goforth. Today's topic is how to waive the appraisal contingency in a contract. So I just finished filming like 5 seconds ago another video about the housing market and is it going to crash this year in 2022. I'm saying that because I'm wearing the same clothes. I'm still filming. I'm going to put that video, the housing market crash, below in the remarks so you can watch that, because that topic is definitely on your mind if you are a buyer in a multiple offer situation and you are thinking about waiving your appraisal contingency. That's today's topic. It's a big one. We're going to talk about it really quick. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Turn on your notifications bell so you don't miss out on the next videos. I've got all kinds of good topics to help you buy a house, or if you're a seller, how to sell your house. And then, of course, real estate agents love these topics. Let's jump right in. Because you're watching this video, I'm going to assume you're a buyer and you're curious, what is an appraisal waiver and how does that play into your offer? Your realtor has probably said, you know, they've got 6 offers on the house we just saw 2 hours ago, and if you want your offers to win, you're going to have to take it as is. You're going to have to maybe skip inspections completely, but you're not going to be able to ask them to fix anything. You're going to have to offer more money than asking price. No contingency. You're going to have to let them live there after closing, to every single thing you can possibly do to get your offer to win. I do have another video below, or in my channel. It's not below, but go through the videos in my channel. Look for how to get your offer to win during multiple offers in that situation. Today's topic is the appraisal contingency that's in the contract. What is this? So I've been a realtor for 25 years, a long time. I sell lots of houses, hundreds of homes. I got to be listed in Forbes magazine for the last 3 years as one of the top market leaders in the country. So I have never seen this situation except since coming into COVID. It's because we have record low inventory, which means we have a seller's market. We have the strongest seller's market in history for the past 2 years. That means there's hardly anything for sale. There's more buyers than ever before, and it's a fight of lots of buyers over the very few listings on the market. That means for you, as a buyer, you're frustrated. You've probably been making offers on other houses. You keep missing out. Your realtor is frustrated with you because you won't take it as is. You won't waive the appraisal contingency. You won't do this. You won't do that. You won't offer $30,000 more than asking price. And so you keep missing out. So now you are frustrated and you are so worn out from this buying process. You're thinking, what would happen? How does it work to waive the appraisal contingency? So in the contract, if you're getting a loan, if you're paying cash, this doesn't matter. But if you're getting a loan, like the majority of buyers, then inside that contract it says the house must appraise for the purchase price. And then if it does not, then there are the process of how to deal with that. You know, the homeowner can come down on the price to whatever it appraises for, or the buyer can cough up the difference in extra cash to bring to closing. When you waive that appraisal contingency, which a lot of buyers are doing, then basically you are taking on the assumption and the risk that the house you're going to buy will not appraise. Let's say the house is valued at, I don't know, let's say $300,000. That's the price. That's the asking price, $300,000. That's what you see in MLS. You go to look at it. There's other people looking at it. The listing agent tells your agent, I've got a deadline. I've already got 4 offers. I'm expecting more offers. The deadline is 10 o'clock tonight to submit your best and final offer. You don't know how high over asking price is, but in that scenario, it's more than $300,000. So you come in, your offer, you make your offer because you want this house bad, $330,000. And it makes you sick that you're going to spend $30,000 more, because if it was really worth $330,000, they would be asking that, right? But they're not asking that. They're asking $300,000, and it makes you sick that you have to overpay for anything. Certainly wasting $30,000 more on a house that's probably not even worth it. Everybody involved knows this house is not really worth $330,000. But what's the true value of a house? A house has a value because that's what somebody is willing to pay for it. That's what determines the value. It doesn't matter what MLS says. That's what a value truly is. What is somebody willing to pay for that house today is the value. So you're willing to pay $330,000. But this buyer over here, your competitor, they're going to pay only $325,000. You're paying $330,000. They're offering $325,000. And that lower one is the list price. But in their little bit lower offer than yours, they're going to take it as is. They are going to waive the appraisal contingency. You are not going to do that, but this one will. So this offer looks really good. It looks better than yours. If everybody's nervous, it might not appraise much higher than $300,000. And it might not. I have seen lots of this situation. We overprice it to begin with, and then we oversell it. There's huge risk. It may not appraise. A lot of them have not been appraising. So if somebody will waive their contingency in the contract, by doing that, they are saying, if it does not appraise for $325,000, I, the buyer, will make up the difference of the shortage of whatever that appraisal comes in at by extra cash at closing, extra down payment the buyer's going to bring. So let's say it appraises at $310,000. That is what the appraiser places the value on the house. This would have been a horrible deal, because now we're going to have to renegotiate this. Chances are the seller is going to have to reduce the price down to $310,000 to make you happy. But this one, your competitor, at $325,000, they are going to bring in an extra $15,000 at closing to make up that shortage. And you continue forward at the price of $325,000. That's how you remove your appraisal contingency. That's how you waive it. Now, you as a listing agent, you're going to want to see some proof of that. If you get an offer like that, you get a document, the appraisal waiver of the contingency form. It's an addendum, not an amendment. You want to know the difference between the amendments and the addendum? An amendment makes a change, comes along later. But an addendum typically comes with the offer. It's adding to a contract. And so you're adding terms to that contract. So it's an appraisal waiver addendum at the beginning of your offer. That's an appraisal waiver. It's not risky. It's just, do you have the extra cash? And how bad do you want to buy this $300,000 house? Chances are you've been beaten up a few times making offers on other listings and you're not winning. And now you're sick of it. And you're like, dear, we've got to find a house. School starts in a month. We've got to get the kids registered. We've got to get a house. And you wait for the next listing. 75 people race over there to look at it. They get 15 offers. And now you'd better waive your appraisal contingency, because chances are some of your competitor buyers are too. So that's why you have to make your offer look better and better. That is how you waive the appraisal contingency. I hope you learned something on this. It's an easy thing. You just have to have the extra cash. If you're going to do this as a buyer, make sure your lender knows what you're doing. Make sure your lender's okay with this. Make sure your lender can verify this money that you have sitting there in extra cash also. Don't want to be surprising your lender or anybody else in your house buying process doing something like that. It can be a great tool to get you into a house. Now, check out my video below on is the housing market going to crash? You need to watch that if you're about to buy one. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.